Shalom. I start out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles, the elders, great millstone. Salutations to the fillet, just pushing truth across the four corners of true safe charity. All right, this is brother. I'm on the bar from the Birmingham Camp, Alabama GMS. Just we'll get to the sin, just going to just about about the judgment. Just gonna come down. That the Lord Yahweh Shai, he's gonna bring the judgment, on the so-called Negro, Latino, natives, Israelites, 2/3 for that matter. And here in America, Babylon the Great, he's gonna bring about away these martial law troops, the sword, um, and before the thermonuclear missiles, the judgment is gonna come down by way of these martial law troops, taking over, being in the streets of America, different neighborhoods, and using their military might, you know. Like I say, they're gonna come down hard, really come down hard on you so-called Negro, Latino, natives, Israelites, soon to come, man. So I'm getting into it. Ezekiel 21:9, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus said the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. So yeah. So for the apostles, elders, brethren, great millstone, the apostles, elders, the brethren, great millstone, we telling you, prophesy unto you, for telling you what's to come, to America, Babylon the Great, and especially to so-called Negro, Latino, natives, Israelites, 2/3 of the nation. We warning you, tell you that the so-called Esau, Edomites gonna come down, with his great wrath, with his military might, and try to force you to take the RFID chip. But before the RFID chip, gonna be the mark of the beast. I mean, it's gonna be the vaccine before the RFID chip. So they finna push this vaccine, and then like I say, they eventually then they go from vaccine to the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. So that's what they finna push upon you people, and before the Lord Yahweh Shai, before the Lord Yahweh Shai returns with the destruction, by the chariots, so-called UFOs, and like I said, ultimately thermonuclear missiles, the sword or the so-called white man military is gonna come down hard, dragging people out their houses, not complying to, you're not taking the vaccine or order, like I said, ultimately the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, and there's gonna be a lot of people, being, it's gonna be an uprising. You're gonna have a lot of so-called Negro, Latino, native Israelites, out there, and Americans, rising up against the military and try to fight the military, to come, try to get the military, and you're gonna have a lot of people out here, getting killed, for uprising against the military. So that's what's coming, man. A lot of death is coming to America, But in this verse, Ezekiel 21:10, it is sharper to make a short slaughter. It is first that it make glitter, should we then make mirth. So yeah, swords being sharpened, man. These doubles, the so-called man Esau, Edomites, are preparing to, like I said, come down hard with their military might and to push their agenda on the people, on the masses of the people, which is, eventually, like I said, the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, being that agenda, for you to take. If you resist, like I say, you're gonna be thrown to a concentration camp, or if you try to fight the military, you're gonna get killed by it, get gunned down, or whatever it may be, however that may come by, because I say it is more than just, like I said, the military, troops is gonna be by way of, like I said, they got drones and different ways to kill off a lot of you You know, especially so-called Negro, Latino, Native Israelites. You know, 2/3. You know, that's the main target they're coming for. You know, and then like I say, you know, those in America, you know, the heathens also though. You know, Edomites that rise up against the government as well. Like I say, you even gonna have so-called white people, Esau, you know, what I mean, Edomites, red people rising up against their government or military, you know, and they gonna get killed. So it's gonna be a lot of death out here, man. You know, so like I said, it says should we make mirth? You know, should we, you know, be partying, you know, and bullshitting, you know, think everything all fun and games? Cause you have other Israelite groups that not taking the truth and not just in the Lord serious. You know, they're not taking the message of the Lord serious. You know, they not in a solemn mindset. You know, they in the ways of, you know, of just partying and bullshit. You know, think, you know, the Israelite party. You know, putting themselves out there on the social media. You know, holding guns, whatever it may be. You know, you putting yourself out there to the enemy. You know, and you just making yourself a threat. You know, you gotta understand that you in the enemy territory, man. You know, behind enemy lines, and you gotta, why the Lord say, you know, hey, you know, be wise as serpents, harmless as doves. You know, you gotta move a certain type of way. You know, and it's not just in the Lord, but now all of Israel. You have Israelites that know they're Israelites. You have Israel the Most High that's on another level spiritually, understanding how to move. You know, in the spirit of the Lord, or the Lord, or the Lord of Yahweh Shai. You know, the Lord Yahweh Shai only dealing with, you know, certain men in the spirit, you know, to guide them in the right way, you know. And then you just have regular Israelites that know the Israelites, but the spirit of the Lord is not with them. They're just going on by their own lust, or, you know, their own way of thinking thinking they're going the right way, but they not. They lean to themselves to a trap. You know, they trapping themselves up. You know, putting themselves out there on social media, whatever, maybe with guns, whatever. You know, you know, getting that, you know, saying so-called white man, come on, bring it. You know, when you're scared, but not knowing, hey, this man, the so-called white man, Esau Edomites, you know, his blessing was a sword. So not just the gun alone, but like I said, other ways that he could kill you. So you so-called Negro, Latino, natives that know you Israelites, you really in for a rude awakening. This devil's gonna come down at you. You know, those that really they put themselves all the way out there. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Paul says, brother and men of great millstone, we put ourselves out there, but not to where we making ourselves a, you know, we putting our trust in the gun. You know, we, you know, uh plastering ourselves or posting ourselves all over social media, and, you know, doing all, you know, trying to get so much attention to ourselves. You know, don't get me wrong, because we is on social, we on YouTube, but we not doing what the Israelite groups doing. You know, making themselves more and more they're making themselves more and more a target than what they should. You know, than what they should. You know, but hey, like I say, you got the Israel, you got Israelites, and you got the Israel the Most High. You know, so um. So from there, I'm read again Ezekiel 21:10. It is sharper to make a sore slaughter. It is first day to make glitter. Should we then make mirth? It cometh the rod of my son as every tree. So I say, you know, I say, you know, this sword that's gonna come down, you know, the of the so-called, I mean, Esau Edom is gonna be you know, it's gonna be of judgment of the Lord, you know, because the Lord Yahweh Shai controls everything. So these double so-called, I mean, Esau Edom is finna bring that hatred to you so-called Negro, like say natives. You know, it's gonna come out. You know, that was laid dormant for a while, you know, a time, but it's gonna come back flourishing hard, flaring back up. You know, everything is the Lord. You know, coming at you so-called hard-headed Negro, Latino, native Israelites, man. and to you proud people in America, man, as well, you know. But so next verse, matter of fact, yeah, Ezekiel 21:11, and he had given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. So yeah, so it was given into the hand of the slayer, man. Which slayer, who ultimately Yahushua, but like I say, so-called man, so you don't know it's gonna come with it, you know. I said that, ultimately, like I said, the thermonuclear missiles, when the Lord Yahushua turns, is gonna ultimately, be the destruction that's gonna wipe out America, Babylon Great, the ultimate judgment, the second death, So from there, I'm gonna go to Isaiah 65:12. Therefore, would I number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, you did not answer; when I spake, you did not hear, but did evil for my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. So yeah, so like that's what's coming to two thirds of the nation of Israel, Israelites, y'all finna be numbered to the sword, the slaughter, you know, a lot of y'all gonna be counted to get gunned down by these martial law troops or however it may come about, or getting taken to a concentration camp, getting your head chopped off by a guillotine. That was coming, and you did not, take the words of the Lord serious. You thought it was a game, and and not knowing the time to come when these military men and so forth come down, knocking on your door, whatever, searching, coming at you about, the vaccine, whatever, whatever it may be, then hey, I'll come down to the Lord with you or not. And me myself personally, I just hope, Lord Yahweh Shai knows with me, and the brother and pastor is a great millstone, we hope for that mercy and deliverance from the Lord, because you double so-called man, Esau Edom is not gonna play, man. They know each and everyone that is, coming out saying they Israelites, whatever it may be, talking about the downfall of America and so forth like that, But the Lord Yahweh, he's gonna protect his man that he know, and that was sincerely, doing the work of the Lord sincerely and truth, and being in a solemn mindset, in his word, and not taking the word for granted or lightly, not taking this truth lightly, and just being in all fear, and fear in the Lord, and and faith, having fear and faith in the Lord, So I didn't want to make this too long. So I just want to go into that. So again, I'd like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Kakadash, to the apostle elders, to the Sisakan brothers, to the few Akwaf sisters that do listen, keep the faith in Yahweh Shai. Keep fighting with that, say Shalom.